Good evening, my friends. DRBMiller here, and welcome to our Destiny world. Destiny 2 Forsaken this is tonight. We are going to be resuming with our adventure in this wonderful, vast Destiny universe, and I'll carry on with my tasks as experienced after we completed Forsaken. There are quite a few things to do, and we are going to be very busy for the next 3 to 4 hours. As you know, we are continuing with our Destiny 2 Forsaken adventure during our evening streams. I'm not able to fit in Destiny 2 Forsaken early in the day. All of our community members were waiting, and they wanted Destiny 1 to be the main game here on my channel. Therefore, I will keep it that way for some time to come. And we've had a very good session, albeit a short one earlier today. We had 2 Nightfall strikes and a selection of Sievers. It was very enjoyable. We've had Scooby-Doo, our new junior member from Holland, joining us, as well as our friend from Las Vegas, Flying Pirates, and I'm very grateful for their assistance and help always. Tonight we are going to be carrying on where we kind of left it off last night, and that was after we worked on the talisman, the hunter talisman, and we worked on its repair. The game was a bit glitched, and therefore we were not able to complete it as fast as expected, and as we came to the end there were still a few tasks to do, so these are to follow tonight. We'll start with them straight away. In fact, I'm quite aware of my pursuits being quite full with various quests and tasks. We'll look at them and we'll do them all one by one. We do not feel pressurized at all. We need to be able to unlock the Dreaming City, and we have a number of tasks to be completed there. As you know, I'm collecting bounties from all the NPCs, non-playable characters, and I'm striving towards the completion every single day in as large numbers as possible. Earlier today we've had that Nightfall strike played by Scooby-Doo and myself, and we discovered that there were some serious glitches. So if you are doing the Nightfall strike in Destiny 1, beware. We experienced many problems, one of which was that, first of all, we were not regaining life. Secondly, the boss, Tanix, was very strong, regenerated. He was changing his shields from solar to arc and then to void at will, and he just simply was not taking much damage from us at all. In addition to that, the enemies were coming at us in very large numbers. We thought they quadrupled, and therefore there were lots of difficulties in a team of 2, myself and Scooby-Doo, finishing it well in time, and actually finishing it all together, because we were getting killed by those enemies that seemed to be quite invincible, with the shields that were unbreakable, and indeed coming at us in very large numbers. We came to the last section, but we were not able to neutralize Tanix, and in fact we were not able to reduce his life. If you are interested in what that looked like, you can just rewind and have a look at the playback of our morning session. And then we've had a second attempt with another community member, Flying Pirates, and we were able to complete it. It was glitched, but not as badly, and we were not having the same problem with regeneration of our own life. And in fact, we've had few problems with the boss as well, who was taking some damage. We didn't have that many enemies attacking us either once we came to the last section. So indeed, the glitches were appearing at random, but certainly they were there, and I'm just a bit sad that this is persisting. We've had several Nightfall strikes during the recent weeks which were indeed very badly glitched. If you come across a Nightfall strike like that, it is a challenge, and you can provide your viewers, if you're a broadcaster, with a lot of entertainment. It's definitely interesting for people to watch, to spot the glitches, to try to resolve them, and indeed to get to the final result, which is either completing a bounty in time, or indeed defeating the boss if he appears to be invincible, which is what we failed to do today, but eventually completed on our second attempt. And indeed we completed the bounty with, I think it was 35 seconds to go, so it was very close, but we did complete it, and I did get some rewards, so that was all good. Alright, that was all about Destiny 1. You know that the update for Destiny 2 was launched yesterday. All of you must have been also delayed with your broadcasts and gameplay due to it, and I was delayed yesterday by almost 2 hours. It did take an hour to download and then about half an hour to install, and tonight I'm starting well in time. In fact, I got back just before 9 o'clock, and I indeed wanted to start roughly at the same time. And it was all good without any difficulties. If you are experiencing trouble with the Crucible, most notably with yourself being revived, or if you cannot find one of the lakes in one of the semi-hidden areas, I can't remember what the area was, that is the result of that patch that was basically given to us as update, and Bungie are still trying to resolve it, and they're working on it 24/7, so just please remain patient and all of that will be resolved. But I have to say, I'm not that keen on receiving updates without prior warning. I've had no knowledge at all of this update being launched. It just literally landed on my console, and I was seriously delayed yesterday. So if anyone is broadcasting or having matches scheduled, particularly if people are doing the raids, then any form of delay of several hours is certainly of great significance and perhaps of some annoyance to other community members. So I apologize, but we are just stranded with Bungie giving us all these patches without any prior warning. Furthermore, if you watch my broadcast over the weekend, you will recall that I talked a lot about a wonderful event taking place in Florida called Guardian.com, and she says GuardianCon, what am I saying? Not Guardian.com. GuardianCon, it's Guardian Convention. And that event was originally organized by one of the fans of Destiny in the US, and it just simply blossomed into a proper convention where you get people from all over the world participating, sharing their experience of Destiny, and spending the whole weekend together. And that was wonderful. And Bungie posted a family selfie of all the participants, and particularly those who were doing cosplay, and it's a wonderful photograph. Everyone looks like a character from Destiny, so definitely go to Bungie Twitter and have a look at our photograph. It is wonderful. We want that sort of thing to be present here in London and also in Europe. We want other people to join forces and create such conventions, and maybe we are going to do that in due course and link it to this channel. But we need many more pairs of helping hands and good and active Guardian minds to put forward these ideas in order for everything to be organized. But I'd like to see the same sort of event. Certainly a very popular game, but I don't think we have that many fans compared to the US. And I think in the US, Destiny remains to be one of the most popular multiplayers of all times. I think the only other one which is indeed somewhere close to the sheer numbers of participants is Halo, and no wonder that Bungie created yet another masterpiece that brought in so many people from around the world to enjoy this wonderful MMO, brilliant shooter. And therefore it's no surprise that this event was indeed run by one of the US-based fans and then launched in Florida. So, tonight we are carrying on with our Warlock human male, played by DRBMiller. As you can see, the light level I have at present is 675, and my game level is 50. So without further ado, we'll crack on with our Warlock. I really like my emblem, which I collected yesterday, after completing some of those Zavala's bounties and quests. It looks really beautiful, it looks rare, very happy about it, and I wanted my display for quite some time. You are, you can see it. Up in here, and probably we need to go to our base, which is in the tower after the Traveller. I've done all the admin, but you know what? I want to collect some of the bounties, and that's my priority. So first of all, we need to have a look at pursuits, see what we've got. Some of the bounties picked up yesterday, the Chalice bounties are still there, and that's very good. Visage of Callus was the character giving them to us. Then we have some of those Spiders bounties. We have one Zavalas and one Tessis. Couple, oh no, we have a few more Zavalas. And as you could see, Complete Strike, Triumph, the best defense. Okay, we'll probably will do everything bit by bit, but the first thing is to collect the biorhythmic data. We need to... What? I don't believe this. We yesterday had it down to 65% and it's gone now. So it means I need to start right from the beginning. No, that doesn't look right. That can't be. That can't be the one. Do need to have a look at this again because I thought yesterday we had 65%. Presently we have nil. Invitation from the Emperor. You earned a boon of opulence when you completed Callous Bounty Night. Boons can be applied toward discounts on tribute purchases. Deliver the boon of opulence to the visage of Callous in the tribute hall aboard the Leviathan. So that I need to deliver. Okay, we'll remember that and we will deliver that as soon as possible. But you know what? I really want to see what happened to that quest. There. Mended Awoken Talisman. Mended Awoken Talisman, 69%. That's the one we want to have tracked. Okay. And then the first thing we'll do is we'll go to that, what's his name? Visage of Callous, the tribute hall. Okay. And then we'll pick up all the other bounties. So first things first, we need to be picking up our bounties and then we'll decide on what else to do. Bear with me. Just a few things I need to do here before we carry on. It's been a very good day so far, I have to admit. Very enjoyable morning. After that I went swimming, then I had a very nice dinner. Then spent about 4 hours doing my admin in my local park. And the weather tonight is less humid than usual. It's been actually very pleasant to sit there. The temperature is not too high either. So that was very, very good compared to that utterly dreadful humidity of the last few days where I was literally dying and sweating. Weather is so unpredictable, you never know what to get. It just changes all the time.
Good to have you back.
I don't know what you've heard, but in Italy they've had hail and snow, and there was snow on some of the islands as well in Adriatic. It's just unbelievable. And the hail was a bit like rocks falling from the sky, and the size of those bits was not a golf ball but like a tennis ball. Can you imagine that sort of hail? It's like literally rocks falling from the sky and destroyed a lot of property, roofs, cars, and you know, you can suffer very, very serious damage. If you have nowhere to hide, what do? We never had that sort of hail in living memory, and we never had snow sort of halfway through the summer. I mean, I don't know what's going on with our atmosphere, but certainly it is not pretty.
Don't let it go to waste.
We'll pick up all these bounties. Got all the bounties, but do we have some reputation as well?
I am at your service.
I don't think we have. I think I completed that yesterday.
Be brave.
I will be commander. I'm going away for another battle. Fear God, honor the king, sir. We need to go to Banshee. Pick up some of the bounties from him. Remember, if you're a serious gamer, you have got to do some swimming. Makes the world of difference, believe you me, it really does.
Sure, you don't look too banged up.
Good afternoon, sir. I've come to collect some bounties, and I've come here to claim some of that reputation as well. Pick up 2 bounties from him.
Keep it
I'll
loaded.
be back after another battle. Fear God, honor the king. Okay, so we picked up some bounties from him, but we actually need some bounties from Tess. I'm not sure whether we can acquire it straight away.
As long as you like. I can wait.
We'll see that very shortly.
Welcome to Eververse.
Thank you, madam. I've come to collect some bounties. And we can collect one,
Always
we
a
can
pleasure.
collect two. So this is good.
Thank you for shopping at Eververse.
Trying to think whether there are any other bounties. I don't think we can pick up. I've got some task for Black Armory. But that is somewhat separate. And consumables we want to see.
We drove the Red Legion
Lost
out.
memory
We'll do the
fragment.
same to whoever comes next.
Okay. Boon of Opulence. Deliver this token to the visage of Callus in the tribute hall to increase your tribute discount by 1%. Okay. Clim extractor found in the scraps of a lucky dismantle. Okay, we'll take that. Fighting medallion. Increasing our XPs. Okay, so that's all completed.
Searching.
Good afternoon, Captain Jack. In fact, good evening here in London. Captain Jack says, wow, your power really has gone up. Yes, it has. Myself and Flying Pirates were doing quite a lot of missions during the last couple of days, and they were very successful. Therefore, yesterday in particular, as we were doing the task of repairing the talisman, I picked up some really good quality kit, which was within a range of 690, and that massively increased my power. About 4 items I picked up, which was 690, and that really made a world of difference. Actually, I need to maybe see a Cora, or maybe not. Let's see very quickly. Complete bounties of any type. Okay, completed 11 already. In fact, I can just go and see whether she's not flashing, but there may be something else for me to do there. Let me see.
Oh no.
Decryption can break your heart sometimes.
Captain Jank's asking, did you do the Season of Opulence Power Surge? No, I have not gone this far, but we were trying to unlock the Dreaming City yesterday, and I still have about 31% to do of hive damage, of taken damage I should say, before we unlock the Dreaming City. And then I will have a quest to do there, Black Armory quest I think it is. I unlocked Black Armory yesterday, and I talked to Ada, and I picked up some tasks from her, so that's the first step.
Yes, Guardian.
Oh, she has nothing for us, as expected. Okay. So we'll just have a look at the view, and then we'll go to... let me think. Where is he?
Now hear this, now hear this.
Is he on IR? Or where is he?
Can I see the other one?
I will hold the orders together.
Hello,
With my
citizens.
teeth,
I need to
if I
talk to
have
you.
to.
Can I see the other one?
I don't want you to report this transaction.
Can I see the other
Deliver the Boon of Opulence to the visage of Callus in the tribute hall aboard
You're
the
gonna wanna hear
Leviathan.
this.
Captain Jack says, nice, Black Armory was my favorite season. I think it is like to be mine as well. Kind of look forward to it.
Keep at it, Chopko. I need answers.
If you can just help me out, this visage of Callus, he is on Io, is he?
What about that one?
No, he isn't.
This is important.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting.
Okay. What if I throw in shipping?
Tribute hall aboard the
I
Leviathan.
was glad to help.
Nessus, of course. I'm still learning, you know, so
Grow stronger.
it's not all that familiar.
Stronger.
And I'll get there in due course. I'll remember it in the same way as I do
Come here.
with Destiny
You won't
1.
be sorry.
Just takes a bit more time and practice. Nessus. This is where he is.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If I could have a moment of your time.
Watcher's Grave, Cadian, Valley. Next to
You were there at the
Menagerie.
You won't regret this.
You and I
Trust me.
will be there at the end.
The Tribute Hall. See this emblem I picked up. It really looks good. Very happy about it. It's probably one of the nicest ones I picked up so far. I really like it the way it's designed. Up in orbit. And proceeding to our destination. This one, the one I've got, which is, I need to tell you now which one it is. Push Forward. It's called Push Forward, this one. I picked it up yesterday, I really like it. I think it blends in very well with my character. And off we go to Nessus. There we are. So we need to return it to him. Look at him. He looks formidable. Does he not? Have a shot with him. That's probably better like that. There's a nice shot, and we now approach. Opulence, the visage of Callus. Tithe of Opulence. Discount increase, material exchange, increase the discount of all tributes by 1%. Maximum discount 80%. So, fill the tribute hall aboard the Leviathan with proof of your exploits, tributes offered. You deserve to be remembered for all of time. I shall read your achievements in fine silk. I shall gild your triumphs in the purest gold. Emperor Callus. Oh yeah! So we need to have that quest step. And we'll pick up some other champion bounties. What's this? Defeat enemies with any abilities without dying. You may claim only 4 rewards per day from bounties offered by the Visage of Callus. Complete public events in the Tangled Shore without dying. Yesterday I don't think I completed it. But anyway, we picked this up. We've got it all. So that's all ours. And now we just need to see what other tasks there are. Wait a minute. Mended Awoken Talisman. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. And we are going to go to Io, I think. try doing that. If I remember everything correctly, we need to see what I do or not. Captain Jack says, oh yeah, this is a very nice emblem. It is indeed. I quite like it. I have quite a collection, and I'm keeping some of them in the vault because I like the designs. Deleted a few. And we are proceeding to our destination on IR. What are those two weapons that I've got? These are the top weapons at the moment, but I need to see. One is a shotgun, Badlands 690, and the other one is pulse rifle, Encore, Future Imperfect as well. I've got. Wait a minute, I've got another. 646 is better than 624. Alright. I need to see the perks on this pulse rifle. Okay, so that's alright. Increased range. Saros projection sight, short zoom. Medium zoom we want. High caliber rounds. Slightly increases the range. Precision kills greatly decrease reload time. So that's all good. That's exactly what we want. Hopefully we are going to be encountering enemies. Because yesterday, as I went in here, there were no enemies. But today, I can see that the radar is telling us that there will be some. Okay, that seems fine. Captain Jack says we need to help you to get the recluse you know, everything in good time. I'm doing it bit by bit, grinding and completing the tasks. And I really want to sort of clear my pursuits because I've got lots of different things there, so I want to really get as much of that sorted as possible before commencing with any other task or mission. And, you know, it's been a very good experience. But I mean, I'm loving the world of Destiny 2 Forsaken. The game's been massively enhanced, and just like you said, it's providing a very immersive world for everyone. People can just choose, you know, the area they want to be approaching, and then they'll have their own game within the game, really. That's awesome. PvE, PvP, PvP together with PvE, quests, story missions, adventures, escalation protocol, you know, everything. Public events, open world activities. What's that? See any other no other taken in there, but it looks like there's one left. I don't see him anywhere. Don't see them at all. No, I do not see them. We are going to progress forward. I can hear them. So where are they? Nope. Captain Jack says you can go up the ramp. We'll go further up. Let's see what these are. They're probably up there. Leg armor. Do we have any better legs? I doubt it. I doubt it. 690. All the sixes in there. We'll infuse them at some point. But I want to be a bit careful with, you know, the process of infusion. I want to be, first of all, reaching 700, and then very carefully select what weapons we want to be increasing with light strike power. Can you just go back to the same area? Or not? No, I didn't actually. So how do I go up there? Captain Jack says you're going in circles. Yeah, I think you are. Right. We were doing that yesterday, myself and pirates, and I think I had to be jumping somewhere from here, but I need to find out where. This is where it is now, I remember. Finally I remembered the rift. So I got my health back. Hasn't gone. Okay. So there we are. We got our chest, our loot. What did we get? Prophet Snow. Don't think that's really more mighty to what we got already. Worth checking, of course. I was, of course, right. Okay. 636. Waiting cask shell. improved void analyzer and arc analyzer. We'll put this one on. So we completed this, and I need to see what the score is. What is it? 88. I need to come back again in order to complete. So this is a good area in order to get your kills with all the taken. There are quite a few taken in there, and I think it would have taken me 4 different rounds. Well, 3 completed. The 4th round is just about to follow, and we are going back to Nessus, and we're going back to the area where we were. No, we're not going back to Nessus, we're going back to Io. And this is the area, the Rupture. Off we go, stand by, and then get ready to proceed. Yet another approach in order to complete our talisman quest. I didn't switch my mic on, so I kept saying that Captain Jack told us you do not have to return to orbit each time, just to the fast travel point. That's correct, yeah, but I keep forgetting that, you know. I know that Bungie introduced this in order to kind of accelerate things a bit, but I keep forgetting. I'm doing the same to what I would have done in Destiny 1, you know, it's like a usual, a longer spiral of activity spent on Destiny 2 Forsaken so far. I think I spent about 1500 in Destiny 1, and that's all done through my broadcasts. Literally, the entire lot. I've not done Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 as guys outside of my broadcasting times. So it's been completely done live online with my community. And that feels like a real achievement. I really like the idea. I never ever play the game alone if I have a broadcast of about 5 hours, you know. There's always people in, always people communicating, advising, watching, and it's just great. I never liked solitary gaming. I always used to play together with friends, and you know, it just was a different way through which we could connect compared to what we can do today. Being able to do it live when you see the game compared to doing it on messengers, and you know, it's a lot more advantageous, a lot more enjoyable. For my friends, just like what we had the other day, glitch, so I need to come back again. This glitch is persisting. I probably should have gone back to orbit, in fact. Quite certain that the glitch is going to be there yet again when I re-enter, because I haven't gone back to orbit. This glitch is prevented or resolved by going back to orbit, and this is one of the reasons why I keep going back to orbit, so, you know. Okay, I just need to take a very short break, so just bear with me, and once I come back in about 1 minute, we'll carry on with our adventure. There we are, my friends, I'm back. Just want to draw your attention to my other channel, which is not on Twitch, it is on Rabbit. And Rabbit is a hub that is allowing you to be streaming films on the internet in order for your friends and community members to be watching them together with you. I have a channel called Film Dialogue, which is dedicated to film history, and as you know, I'm a lifelong film history fan. I write on films, and I have many websites that are dedicated to film history, and I'm presently streaming film noir features, so it's quite a large selection. It's about 300 films, and we've started with those streams back to back last week, I think it was, so we are into the 10th or 12th day of our season, and tonight we are streaming 3 wonderful dark and deadly film noir features. One is called Blonde Ice, the other is a true classic called The Dark Corner with Clifton Webb and Lucille Ball, and then we have Iron Man as well. So maybe if there's enough time, there will be Cry of the City, which again is another true classic from 1948. So for anyone who's a great fan of films, of film history, please do visit my film history hub on Rabbit. And indeed you can join me on Film Dialogue, both also on Twitter, on WordPress, on Pinterest, Facebook, and you can enjoy all the content in there. Similar to this channel, each entity is catering for a different bit of information. So Twitter gives you all the news and information on the streams. The blog is dedicated to film history, so there's a lot of information, articles on film history overall. And then Rabbit presents you with live streams. And I've been doing it as an experiment during the last few weeks at the same time when I'm also streaming on Twitch. So anybody who's interested in finding out more about film history and gets a bit tired of Destiny and video gaming can easily just switch to Film Dialogue on Rabbit, and you can watch a film and relax, or indeed get knowledgeable on film history if you were to be reading some articles on my blog or following the news on Twitter. So definitely hop in. I'll put the address in here for your usage. You can obviously just have a look. I'm just about to start with Blonde Ice, which is a film noir from 1940s, and after that, as I said, we are going to be having Dark Corner and maybe Cry of the City as well, all those wonderful film noirs from the 1940s. And so bear with me, I just want to put that address in there. It's called Film Noir Season on my Film Dialogue. And we'll say features are streaming now. We'll put the address in there. All for free, and this is the address. See whether the link works. The film is just about to start. The first feature for tonight is Blonde Ice. Yep, it is operating as it should, so I'm happy. I can also access it here through my Twitch channel, so that's pretty good. What you need to do is you just simply need to log in. You subscribe to Rabbit just like you would to any other website. You have your login details to become a member, and then you can watch all those films on my channel. What made me very, very angry is that they removed all the content which we built over a period of time on Rabbit, and there were pages of information, and all of those related to my streams, the photographs and information, all gone. But still, the facility through which we can stream is there, and therefore I'm using it every single day. So for any of you who are also film fans, definitely pop in and have a look. We have Blonde Ice currently streaming, and you have then The Dark Corner and Cry of the City. All of those are true classics. Blonde Ice is a bit of a cheapie, but the other ones were mainstream pictures with Richard Mature, Clifton Webb, Lucille Ball, and the top stars of that era. I've seen that Zach was asking me, when do you plan to start raiding on Destiny 1? Probably from October. We are going to be celebrating 1 year anniversary in September, or maybe even early October, depending on my holidays. and then after that we'll be focusing on raids, and we'll do all of those raids back to back on my channel with various teams. So that's the plan. At the moment there are no raids on the DRBMiller channel. Alright, so we need to go back to the sector. I think Captain Jack told me that there is another lost sector on Earth, which is quite good for Taken as well. Well, it's certainly possible that there are several other areas where Taken respawn, but as I've done this yesterday with Flying Pirates, I thought I should just approach the area because it will need 4 rounds in order to complete the quest, and it seemed fine. You know, the Taken were not terribly strong, and I was able to complete these. So we'll do the last round here, and then we'll complete. So I look forward to that. I want to ask also Captain Jack, do you know how many hours you spent on Destiny 2 Forsaken overall? Would it be within range of like maybe 3,000-4,000 compared to Destiny 1? I'm quite curious. And there was something else I wanted to ask you. What was it? Oh, it's gone now. Pops up. Well, I can also ask you, yeah, you see that? Because I didn't go to orbit, the glitch is persisting. Do you see what I mean? Because I've had, oh, looks like there are some. Okay. There's a lag though, I was in there earlier. Captain Jack says, I've spent many hours, don't really know the number, it doesn't really matter. I agree with you. I think what does matter is that you have a lot of fun. Gaming is all about enjoyment, connectivity, and interactions. And we have plenty of that in here on my channel every single day. No, I was just curious because I wanted to, yeah, I know, I wanted to ask you, when you compare the two games, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, which one is presently your favorite? Because I know that initially it was Destiny 1, but if I'm not mistaken you said that you really warmed up after the seasons and you really like Destiny 2. We've had one community member from Germany, he spent 7,000 hours on Destiny 1. And Captain Jack said, I've played it about every day since launch, so whatever that math is. Well, it's very sizable, it's quite a few thousands of hours, of course. The reason I asked was I just wondered how it compared to Destiny 1, because obviously Destiny 1 you would have played for 6 years compared to Destiny 2, which would have been here for 3 years. So I wondered whether Destiny 2 would have exceeded the number of hours you would have spent on Destiny 1. You know, not to be bothered about the actual precise number of hours, it's just like the overall impression. And Zach says you can check the number of hours. Yeah, I did actually check on a few websites and I can tell you that the number of hours there is incorrect. So don't trust the stats which are provided by the third parties, they're not correct. Because I've got stats on Twitch and they tell me exactly you know, how many hours I spent on my broadcasts, and it just doesn't seem to be relevant. Because on one of those I've looked and they said I've spent less than 900, and in the actual fact it's about 1500, so they shade off about, what, 600-700. Captain Jack says, I'm definitely enjoying Destiny 2 more. I can't tell for myself. I think I'm loving the expansive world of Destiny 2. I think it is just literally the kind of game that everybody wants to have. There are so many different ways to which it can be played, and you know. Oh, I see, okay, I got it. Captain Jack says the websites only track your time in activities, so not really being idle. That's true, so it may well be that as we are obviously talking a lot, we have a lot of time where I'm idle. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So that may be explaining the reason. I'm generally not bothered about these kinds of things, you know. Just asking purely for out of interest, because I know that Captain Jack was telling us about the difference between the two games, and we talked about this at length region last year. So I was just quite curious about that. Well, he's up there. Not for long, though. Not for long. Well, I'm gone. Hardly anything left on my sword. So how's Zach? What have you been up to, young sir? What's cooking out there in the US? You still doing the raids on Destiny 1? You perhaps doing a bit of Destiny 2 as well? What's the score? Zach says, I'm pretty good, got to get to work, so... Oh, are you working during the summer months? In addition to college works? Didn't realise. I thought you were still studying. The joys of youth, right? The times when people could just chill during the summer holidays are long gone. The young people of today have to be studying and working at the same time in Britain. And you get lots of people doing part-time work and doing full-time studies, which means they have no time left at all to rest. I find that to be too taxing, and I'm not agreeable with that degree of pressure. It's all well and fine somebody wants to do it, but I think there needs to be enough time to rest and relax, because otherwise, you know, our capacity to sustain stress, tiredness is under huge duress, and then it affects our health. So, you know, definitely of concern to me. But to tell you the truth, when I was studying, I've spent 12 years back to back. 12, 1, 2, right? 12 years studying and working at the same time. And at that time, hardly anybody would do anything like this. You know, other people were having long breaks and holidays, and I literally worked 24/7, 7 days a week, and studied. But that's because I wanted to achieve certain, you know, level in my sort of professional field, and it wasn't that anyone was asking me to do it or pushing me to do it. There wasn't a necessity. It was just purely because that was my quest, like we have quests here in the game. And it's very different when you have your own quest in order to complete compared to the one which is enforced. You've got to do it in order to be buying a loaf of bread or in order to survive. It's a different story. And I'm very disagreeable with that. I think it is not fair. Yep, Zach says this is all in addition to my college. He is mad. And I'm dead. So where am I? Oh, there. Ah, I miscued it. That was don't want to do that. was completely miscued. This is not too bad, really. This shotgun is a really wide range. Oh boy, I was killed again, and rather fast, and not by the boss. Loot. And I have an inkling feeling that my quest has not been completed. Or maybe it has. So where on earth is it? There. No, it's not there. There. No, it's not there. Where is it? The first one. You're right, actually. So that is the first. I just thought this was related to something else. Imbalance Awoken Talisman. Return to Spider with the Empowerment Awoken Talisman. Yeah, okay. And let me see whether I completed any bounties. Possibly, maybe not. So just using specific weapon. What's this? No, it's not it. Okay, we'll go to Spider. We'll go to Spider. What am I doing? Look at it. Old age. What can I say? Destinations, of course. And then we'll go to Tangled Shore. Spider. Key of Light and Darkness. Imbalanced Awoken Talisman. Spider safe house to Tangled Shore. Return to Spider with the Empowered Awoken Talisman. Okay, we probably will unlock then the Dreaming City. Captain Jack, are we unlocking the Dreaming City? Or is just that my kind of fantasy? We may be given another quest, right? To unlock it. I think our friend Strange Pirates was telling us that yesterday. He wasn't sure whether it's going to be as straightforward as we expect it to be. Captain Jack says, believe it is, there is a mission to unlock it. I think he's going to give us another mission. Pirates was telling us this yesterday. I think that's probably what it is. Oh, there we are. I just talked about you, sir. Flying Pirates is here. You guys need to team up. Flying Pirates and Captain Jack. Because you love Destiny 2 Forsaken, you spend so much time on the game, and I'm sure you'll be able to create a fantastic team and help lots of other Destiny gamers worldwide. So I most highly recommend that Flying Pirates and Captain Jack get acquainted here on the channel. Does Flying Pirates want to come in? Do you want to come in? I can bring you in. We can do lots of things together. Yet again, I have still probably about 3 hours of gaming left. Maybe 2, maybe 2.5, we'll see, depending on how tired I get. Let me know if you fancy it. I'm not sure whether Flying Pirates heard me. Can bring in, we can do some quests together if you have time. So either way, just let me know. Flying Pirate says, I would, but I'm not at home at the moment. Okay, no problem, no worries. I'll be here for a couple of hours still, so if you get back home or, you know, just let me know. You see this? I come here and Spider is not there. Well, that is just ridiculous. Flying Pirate says, I'm out doing rants for my dad. No problem, no problem. I've been out quite a bit today. I went swimming at 3 o'clock and then I had a lengthy swimming session. After that I had my dinner. Then I spent a few hours in our local park doing my admin. I had a wonderful day. It's just like, you know, every day is a wonderful day. So I can't complain really. I thank to God for being able to enjoy every day as much as I do. The only thing I hope is still worthy of improvement is this weather, because we are suffering with humidity. Today actually was a lot better. It wasn't as humid, although the indication was that the humidity would be 95%, but it actually wasn't that bad. I sat in a park and it was quite pleasant. There was a bit of a breeze, refreshing air. And you know what? I might be waiting till Kingdom comes here and I still would be literally getting nothing out of it. So yet again back to orbit. And this keeps happening all the time. And that's annoying. Bungie sorted out. I actually talked to people today earlier in the day and they said they have the same problem. Perhaps it's not happening as frequently, but it is happening. And so it isn't just installation based or, you know, anything like that. It's a glitch on Destiny 2. I'm not sure why they haven't sorted it out. The game's been around for a long while, and I thought with the complete edition this glitch would have been well done and, you know, well gone. But it's not the case. And I get this every day. We already had it twice today. In the area we expected Taken to be, there were none. In the area we expect the Spider to be, he wasn't. Is the Spider going to be there? Now is the question. Flying Pirate says, I wish I had your temperature. It is 41 Celsius right now where I am. But you know, sometimes 25 Celsius with massive humidity in a massive city can be felt much worse because there's no air to breathe. You know, if it's like dry heat, it's a lot more bearable, but still very, very hot. 41 is scorching hot. I guess you must be in one of the hottest parts of the United States, right? I think Nevada is certainly the area, and Arizona, where the temperatures can go to 45. And they bring it to like the level of Kuwait and Iraq, and you know, these sort of Middle Eastern countries where Saudi Arabia, I don't know, really hot weather out there. Well, I can tell you last year we've had temperatures exceeding 38, 39 in Central Europe, and I was in several cities: Brussels, Vienna, Frankfurt, Bonn, Cologne, Munich, Zagreb, Ljubljana, you know, and it was absolutely dreadful. It was breathless, it was humid and unlivable. I was at point of fainting several times. Just have to drink a lot of water and stay, you know, in the shade all the time. And guess what? After we gone to orbit, the glitch is resolved. The spider's there. No Petra, just spider. Okay. So approach.
Shall we make a deal?
And that's all he says now, because previously he talked quite a bit. But since I've been coming back with quests, he's just asking, shall we make a deal? That's all he says. Key of light and darkness. Don't ask me to name a source, but a guardian friend of mine is quite convinced the Scorn's ether was corrupted by darkness itself. Just what your little bubble needs, if it's to get you to the dreaming city, isn't it? This is what Spider's asking. Just what your little bubble needs, if it's to get you to the dreaming city, isn't it? Right. Well, we have to find out. So we accepted it. That's the dreaming city. Can't even read it. We need to pick up some bounties from him.
I approve.
To get all the bounties from him.
Lost
in the Gulch. Lost in the Gulch. So this looks like another quest. Let us see. Lost in a Gulch. Okay. Explore the lost sector Trapper's Cave near Forhorn Gulch on the Tangled Shore. Okay, so I need to go there. So this is not too far. I think I'm gonna prefer my character like this, which is like the third-person shooter compared to the first-person. Don't know why, it just gives me like better perspective on all. Captain Jack says that's not for the talisman. Wait a minute, so where is the talisman? That was one of the bounties. Oh, there it is. Semi-charged awoken. You're right. You're right. It's a semi-charged awoken talisman. Absorb darkness from the tainted ether in the public event Ether Harvest located in Forhorn Gulch. Defeat 3 chieftains and complete the event to progress. So we got 3 chieftains there, and we need to complete the event to progress. Let me read this again. Absorb darkness from the tainted ether in the public event Ether Harvest, located in Forhorn Gulch. Defeat 3 chieftains and complete the event to progress. Okay, I've got it now. So we need to go to Forhorn Gulch. Right, so where is Forhorn Gulch? Let's see. Okay, not too far from here. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just mark this public event in 2 minutes, and then we'll just go forward It looks like we need to go east from there. Alright. And Captain Jack's just telling us that we need to be waiting for that public event. Yep, that's right, we need to be waiting, and I'll try to get there in 2 minutes. Hopefully it's not going to be too far. We'll basically keep away from some of these enemies. Oh, this is actually, it's not too far really, it's just around the corner. This is the one, right? Must be. And Captain Jack says after that you'll be able to do the mission to unlock the Dreaming City. Okay. Rally to the flag, wait here for about a minute and a half. Okay. And whilst I'm waiting, I'll open my window because I need some air.
Heads up, a fallen containment cell's about to touch down in this sector. The Scorn are deploying an ether harvester.
So let me see what is going on in here. Captain Jack's asking, did you turn your mic off? Yes, I did, yeah. I did turn it off because there was something going on outside of my property. And anytime we get any kind of activities, I make sure that it's not recorded on my broadcast. I need to go back to Spider, but I need to see whether I completed this. Talisman. Balance the broken talisman. A talisman imbued with darkness and your opponent make light proves you're worthy to enter the Demon City and walk among the broken. Keep hold of it in case you ever need to repair yourself in the broken. Okay, looks like I did. It disappeared. It just disappeared. Don't even know what this is. Guys, they're terrible. So we defused the splinter mine. Is there another one? You said A. Must be another one somewhere. Captain Jack says that I indeed completed that quest. It's quite good to know that I did. Bounty complete Guardian's duty as well. Completed. Not sure I picked up everything that was there to be collected. I think I did collect some things. Collect the loot. Oh, it's waiting now. I thought this was impossible. Awesome shotgun. Actually, I got also that Lord of Wolves, which I could also use. Disappeared. The other guy completely invisible. Oh, the mad bomber. They're doing the mad bomber. This is what it is. But you know what? I don't need to do this mad bomber. You know what? I'll go back to Spider. But you know, I need to go back to orbit as well, because if I do the fast travel, then the Spider is not going to be there. Well, thanks very much to Captain Jack for providing me with all the tips. It looks like I completed the talisman. The Dreaming City should be open, so I can go and have a look and have a nice little stroll around that new area, which is pretty good. Flying Pirate says you're actually going to fight the way into the Dreaming City. I guess it's just going to be a new quest. We'll see. But what we do need to see is what happens to the bungee service, because by the looks of it, they're melting. Been waiting 5 minutes to get back to orbit. Look at this. Loading and not loading. And I had already half a dozen glitches. I have no idea why. There's nothing wrong with my installation. I had my updates and, you know, triple checks and everything seemed to have worked, but there must be a reason somewhere. And at the end of all of this infinite loading screen, I'll get a major error message. So that's what it is. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? One glitch after another. See whether there are any reported outages. I didn't see anything earlier today when I was checking, so... If you believe your weapon wants to end all existence, then so it will. Toland the Shattered. Bad Juju has returned. No reports of many outages as yet, but I can tell you that they are definitely happening. Waiting for so long to get back in. It's ridiculous. How long do we need to wait? Finally. Wonder whether it's going to allow me to log in. This is ridiculous. Waiting and waiting. Look at this. It's been 10 minutes. Absolutely nothing. Must be the server outage. Can't think of anything else. I had PSN outages earlier today. My dear friends, it looks like I'll have to restart my broadcast. There's a glitch somewhere and I'm not able to get back in. So if you could just all stay with us and I'll restart the whole thing. Hopefully it will work once I restart. So please bear with us. We'll be back very, very shortly.